Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So today's video is going to be my last project pan update of the year before my finale. So things are getting pretty intense here. I did make some really good progress in November. I finished 3 items. I will not be rolling anything new into their place because I just want to focus on what's already in the project now. So let me just go ahead and start getting into the updates, just going in the usual order. The first product, I think really the order here is the order of how long each thing has been in the project. That's usually how it goes. So this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Rosé Champagne. This has been in the project definitely since the spring of this year, I think March or April. It's currently only being held together by the sticker there, so at least that's there. This month I used this 7 times. I do like to share how many times I used each item, just so that you can get an idea of how much use it took to make the amount of progress that I made. So you can see that You can see that the pan has expanded slightly here, and yeah, I'm certainly not expecting to finish this by the end of December, but I am glad to see some progress on it, and I do eventually want to finish it. The other Wet n Wild product that's in my project pan is the Walking on Eggshells Quad. Unfortunately, this month I only used each shade once, and last month I had finally hit pan on the crease shade, so I feel like this month I just wasn't as focused on this, which is totally fine. I hope to use it some more in December. If I don't, it's okay. I'm really glad to at least have pan on everything in here. Yeah, not a ton of progress on that this month. Okay, so next for a really exciting update, I did finish my Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This took a while to finish, it really did. I started here really about halfway down when I added this into the project, and I think that was in June or July of this year. Yeah, I think it was July, based on how many marks there are here. And I really did have to use my beauty spatula to scrape everything out of there, and I've gotten everything that I possibly can. Honestly, usually I'm really happy when something is finished, but this I'm actually kind of sad to see it go because there's really nothing else in my collection that compares to this, and now when I'm getting ready I'm like, oh, like which foundation do I want to use today? I don't like, there's none of my foundations that I own currently are ones that I really liked as much as I liked this one, so it's kind of sad to not have it in my collection anymore. I do plan to repurchase it, just not right away, but I'm kind of sad that it's gone. But I'm glad too, because I think that if I would have held on to it much longer, it would have gone bad, most likely. I just had a hunch that it would. It stayed perfectly good for the probably year and a half that I had it open. Even with the doe foot applicator, I didn't notice any kind of sanitation issues with that. So, okay, if I'm a little out of breath, it's because I just ran downstairs. I'm in the process of selling and giving away like all of my furniture right now, and it's a little chaotic around here. It's also why my filming background is different, because I already got rid of my desk and drawers and everything, so we got a little makeshift vanity back here. But where were we? So the next item is my Jordana lip liner in the shade Rose Crush, and I used this 4 times this month. You know, I think I'm gonna declutter this actually. And I know I only have a little bit left, I have that much left, but I have just decided that this is too pink for me. I don't like how pink it is. And so instead of forcing myself to use it, it's also old. I've had it for a few years now. It cost me like $2, so I don't feel too bad about getting rid of it. I actually do have a little makeup declutter coming up, just like kind of an impromptu one, honestly. Again, just as I'm getting ready to move, I'm just purging so much from my life right now, including some makeup things, and I just feel like this has to go. I'm kind of in this mindset where if it's not worth it for me to pack something in a box and pay to ship it, I might as well get rid of it now. So this kind of, I feel that way about it. It's rare that I declutter something before I finish it in a project pan, but I just don't like this lip liner, and I have other ones I like better, so I'm just learning about myself that I really don't like these pink, like overly pink, peachy lip colors. I just don't. So either way, I made all the progress on this that I made. I'm glad that I made all that progress, but I just don't feel the need to finish it entirely. Next thing I have is the Orly top coat. This is their In a Snap nail top coat. I used this exactly once this month, even though my goal was to use it 5 times. So really just haven't been painting my nails a whole lot. I've just been busy, and it hasn't been on the top of my list of priorities, honestly. So no visible progress to show here this month. This is gonna also be decluttered, and this was the plan all along, was just for me to use this as much as I could before the end of the year, or in this case before I move, which is December 10th. So close enough to the end of the year in my opinion, but I feel like I got all the use out of this that I'm going to get out of it. It's starting to thicken a lot. I've had this for 3.5 years. I remember I bought it right around the time that I started my channel in 2016, and it's old, really getting to the point where it's hard to even pick it up on the brush. So I feel like it's time to get rid of this one. I got just about as much use out of it as I can, and I also just ordered a new top coat from Ulta during like the Black Friday sale time. It actually wasn't on sale, but Ebates was having 10% cash back on Ulta's website, or Rakuten, sorry. But that order is being shipped to my new apartment, not this one, so that way I'll have that one nice and fresh and new when I get there. Anyway, long story short, this is pretty much done, but I used up a good like 1/2 inch of product since adding it into the project, so I'm really glad that I did put this in my project pan. But I just never, I mean, I knew I wouldn't be able to finish it up all the way anyway. I figured out what's weird. Usually I'm not this zoomed out. Usually I'm closer in on my face, so you can like really see my whole torso. Next I have the NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I used this 12 times this month. Still don't know how to show you my progress, but I do know that when I look in there, I actually can see some light coming through. I know that this is a see-through tube, at least as far as I'm aware, but from the outside you can't tell that it is, so maybe it's more translucent than transparent. But either way, why did I smell it? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep using this until it's done. I don't know when it'll be done, probably not by the end of the year, but that's okay. Another one of the products that I finished is the Mineral Fusion Beach Hair Texture Spray. I really just put my mind to this month because I knew I had to finish it before I move, and my goal this month was to use this 10 times, and I figured that if I used it 10 times I'd probably be finished with it, because both of the previous months I'd only used it 5 times, and I had about double that amount to use up by the end. Does that make sense? Doing some complicated math here. So anyway, I ended up using this 13 times. That's how many times it took for me to get from here to the end. It got actually really difficult to get it out once I got towards the end. The sprayer kind of got weird. I feel like it was maybe kind of gunked up or something. Yeah, it got messy. I don't know. But anyway, glad to be done with it. I did enjoy this product, but I certainly didn't want to have to take it with me, so glad that I finished it, and it's one less bottle taking up space. Okay, next I have the Jordana Black Pencil. This is their 12-hour Made to Last eyeliner pencil. And let's see, I used this 6 times, which is pretty good. I think my goal was to use it 5 times, so met my goal. It's whatever, I don't know. I was honestly debating decluttering this too, and I haven't decided yet. I just don't really feel like it's necessary, and I'm kind of only using it because it's in my project pan, not because I actually like it or feel like it serves a purpose in my day-to-day getting ready routine. Also, I've had it for a long time. It's getting old. Probably would be a good idea to just toss it now, but I'm gonna think about it a little more. The third item that I finished is a concealer, and I'm really glad to be done with this too. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. Really, I don't know, it was usable, it was fine, kind of a light coverage concealer. A little bit too yellow on me, and just not my favorite concealer ever, so glad to be finished. It was pretty easy to finish. It's one of those you click up and it has like an airless twist up mechanism. So I like that because I know I've gotten every last bit out of there and there's nothing else I can get out, so that makes me happy. I don't have to go about the whole process of removing the stopper and making a mess and everything, so did enjoy that aspect of it. Also really easy to see exactly where I was progress-wise. Well, how many times did I use? I used this 13 times this month, which was really more times than I thought it was going to take for me to get from here to the end, but whatever. Just glad it's done. Finally, the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I think I only used this about 3 times. Sometimes these numbers are maybe not 100% accurate because there may have been a time that I forgot to mark it. So, you know, but I think it was about 3 times, give or take. I feel like this is starting to get a little bit messy, like almost juicier than it was before, which doesn't really make sense. Well, now it looks fine. I don't know. There was one time I used it and I felt like it really bled weirdly, but maybe that was just a one-time thing. I don't know. It's still going strong. I really don't know when this is going to be finished. I thought I would put it in my project pan and just use it until it went bad because I kind of hadn't been using it very much and I wanted to use it before it dried out. But now I'm wondering if it's ever going to dry out. Either way, I am glad that I put this in the project because before I was hardly ever wearing winged liner, and so it got me back in the habit of using this product, but also helped me realize that I really do like the look of winged liner. But it also just made me realize that I really do like the look of winged liner and I enjoy wearing it. Sometimes it's just, you know, it's an extra step that I was skipping a lot, but I'm glad to be using it more frequently. Only used it 3 times this month, but once again, probably won't finish this by the end of the year, but the goal is really just to use it more often because eventually it will dry up, I think. So with the 3 products that I finished and the 2 or maybe 3 products that I'm decluttering, I know I'm decluttering the Orly top coat and the Jordana lip pencil, possibly the Jordana eye pencil, but I'm not 100% decided on that yet. That leaves us with only 4 products to go, which it's kind of like, whoa. I don't think I'm going to finish any of these by the end of the year, but might as well try, right? I don't really think I have any concrete goals for any of these as far as how many times I want to use them or pans I want to hit. I've already hit pan on all the pans, but really just want to try to get as much use out of these 4 products as I can. And I'm thinking now that I'm thinking about it, my finale video is going to be kind of short, isn't it? Because I'm only going to have 4 products to update you on. But in my finale, I also want to share some year-end stats, kind of recap the entire year, tell you how many products I used up in my project pan throughout this whole year, because it's been a rolling, ongoing project since January. So I want my finale to be pretty detailed, and it'll have a lot more information in it than my typical monthly updates, especially since I only have 4 products left to talk about. So yeah, don't think it really makes sense to add anything new in to the project right now, just because, again, December's going to be a busy month for me. Probably not going to be wearing a ton of makeup. In fact, I don't know, haven't been wearing a ton of makeup the last week or so either. This is actually the first time I've worn makeup in over a week, which is kind of rare for me. Usually I do wear makeup more often, but this week I was traveling and I did not even put on makeup once the whole week I was gone. So I feel like I'm all over the place in this video. I hope I haven't been too scatterbrained or like frazzled, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this update. Definitely look forward to my finale. I'm really excited to share with you my like overall numbers for the whole year. And yeah, I hope you have a great December, a great holiday season, and I'll talk to you very soon in my next video. Bye.